Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. How are you doing today? I hope you are doing well. Listen, I am so excited about my What's Your Dream series that's coming up. We're going to meet so many people in this series who are actually living their dream. So what's your dream? I'm Donna with MissDonnaSpeaks.com, and again, what's your dream? I'm so pleased to introduce you to our first dreamer, JP of ProMix Global. And first of all, JP, how are you?
I'm great. How about you?
I'm doing well. I'm so excited to be here. And by the way, we are located in ProMix Global's headquarters here. So listen, if you would, just tell us a little bit about your backstory. When did you dream up ProMix Global? Kind of take us back to the beginning. How old were you? How did you even think about this business of music production?
Well, if we go all the way to the beginning, it actually started when I was in middle school, when I used to have a small little tape recorder with the tapes about this small. Mm-hmm. And then I started recording different artists that I used to like, and I used to just play it while I was walking to the bus stop, and that became my first Walkman, and that's when I fell in love with music. I guess that was that point that I decided I love music. So when I was a little after that, that's when I used to go to one of my friend's house down the street, and he had a webcam, and we used to take CDs and put it in stereo and rap over the song in the webcam. And that was our first freestyle, our first songs, or anything that was created musically.
Wow.
And after that, in high school, right before I got to high school, I got a laptop. Mm-hmm. And I want to say my grandma gave it to me. Mm-hmm. And got that laptop and found a program called FL Studios or Fruity Loops, and I started making beats. Mm-hmm. And then I found another program called Adobe Audition. It's usually used for voiceovers and radio stations use them. I found that, started recording myself and making my own songs. And then when I got into high school, that's when I started letting my teammates, cause I played basketball, of course, mm-hmm. and I let my teammates hear it, and then everybody else wanted to record with me.
Wow.
So they wanted to make their own songs, and that was the first beginning of me producing, engineering, being anything in music.
Wow. Well, how innovative that was. Wow. That is absolutely amazing. So you talked a little bit about your journey. So let me ask you this, because I know that, over the years, there's been a lot that has gone on. Can you tell me, have you ever felt like giving up? Maybe you had some struggles, or has it just been a totally easy, smooth flow for you?
Well, no, I haven't thought about giving up because it was just for fun. So the music was just fun until I say about 2012, 2013. That's when I first started the business mm-hmm. side of it. But before that, it was all just fun. Mm-hmm. And of course, it's still fun now, but it's more in a business light now.
Sure. Yeah.
So I never thought about giving up because it was just always enjoyment. Mm-hmm. But it hasn't been smooth sailing all the way through. It's always been hiccups here and there and some challenges, especially maintaining a studio space in Atlanta, which is the mecca of music now and Black Hollywood. So, but just a few struggles here as far as location wise, but as far as giving up, I never thought about just giving up completely. Mm-hmm.
That's great. So one of the things that says is that you're certainly you're obviously in your purpose. You're operating in your purpose. And I know you mentioned that it's fun. And what's so great is to be able to work and to mesh those two things together, because there's nothing better than working and having fun or enjoying what you're doing. That is so important. And of course, that's part of your dream. You know, if you're living your dream, there's so many people that actually go to work and they just absolutely don't like it, or they despise it, or they're trying to get out. So one of the main reasons that we are doing this series is to encourage people to find their purpose and to certainly to fulfill their dream. So PMG/Collab. What is PMG, ProMix Global? Tell us a little bit about what you do and how you even came up with the name.
Well, it actually started as PMA, which is ProMix ATL.
Okay.
And that was in, like I said, 2012, 2013. That's when I created that. And I called it ProMix because, J Productions, that's what they used to call me in high school.
Okay.
And one of my clients that I still record today, he shortened it to JP. And the Pro stuck. So they used to call me JP, but the Pro, I took the Pro from Productions, and then I mix full-time, mix and master engineer. So Pro Mix ATL. When I started playing basketball in Italy for a team in Italy in 2015, that's when I changed the A into G, which is ProMix Global. And I started working with a lot of artists online all around the world. They'll send me sessions that they record at their studio at their house, and then they'll send it to me. I'll mix and master it, and then send it back to them.
Wow. So in other words, you were working virtually before it became real popular prior to the pandemic, because you hear virtually and we can do this virtually, but you were doing it way back then. So I should say that you were certainly ahead of the game at that point. So instead of just being local for Atlanta, then the G, you switched it out and made it global.
Right.
So wow, congratulations on that. That is so cool. So do you have a team established as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So we have a team. I have I have another partner. He goes by Trends Music. He's mainly a producer. So he handles mostly the production side. I handle mix and mastering side. And we formed, I guess you could say, an alliance. 2016, and that's when we got our first commercial studio, which turned into ProMix Global or PMG Studios.
Wow. I am so excited. And everyone, I told you we're certainly looking at the backstory, because everybody has a backstory. So I'm always interested in that. So if you would, and I know we're going to take a tour a little later, but if you would, can you tell us a little bit about some of the artists that you and your team have worked with?
Artists like a few known names like Dreezy. She's an artist out of Chicago.
Heard of her, yeah.
Another artist I got a chance to mix his vocals called Yo Gotti. He's in Memphis. He's a pretty big artist in Memphis. And also I got a chance to master some Snoop Dogg's vocals. Everybody knows who Snoop Dogg is.
Everybody knows Snoop.
And then I have another artist. What is his name? He's a very popular artist as well. I can't think of his name right now. Oh, Lil Boosie.
Okay.
Lil Boosie. Everybody knows Lil Boosie.
Lil Boosie?
I got a chance to mix some of his vocals
Okay.
too. So those are a few, but the list goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah. Because I know you guys have won just numerous awards, which I think is great. But what I want you to do, if you would, is just kind of back up for a minute and explain the difference between mixing and mastering. What is that? What's the difference?
Well, mixing is done after the recording process. So when the artist goes into the booth and records, and I'll take those vocals and I'll take all the elements in the beat and mash them together basically. So I'm taking the vocals, making the vocals sound clearer, balancing the instrument so the vocals stand out more.
Okay.
So everything's clear. If you heard of auto-tune, that's done in the mixing process. So I can put auto-tune in your vocals. I can make you sound like a chipmunk. I can make you sound like a monster. I can reverse the beat. I can do all kind of cool stuff. That's done in the mixing process.
Wow.
Then after that's done, the mastering is what comes next. So usually the mixing process is done at a lower volume, and then mastering, you take that final mix track and you master it to a higher volume where it sounds big, it sounds loud, but not uncomfortable for your ears.
Okay.
So I'm basically making it wider, making it bigger, taking out frequencies that may be sounding like if I don't know if you notice some songs, if you turn them up too loud, you'll hear it screaming in your ears.
Yes.
So mastering helps with that. So you have a complete solid sound across all platforms. If you want to play it on your phone, on your computer, in the club, in the car, everything sounds good.
Wow.
On every platform.
So that sounds magical, actually. Oh, that is so interesting.
It's almost magic.
Yeah, it sounds like it. It almost seems like the process of when you have your picture taken, and then all the things that goes on behind the scenes to get that picture really looking, really, really good, or better than what it would actually. I forgot what that process is called. I forgot, but I'm sure you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, photo editing. It's kind of similar.
Yeah.
Because when you take a picture, you have a raw photo.
Yeah.
When you're in the booth, you have a raw vocal when you record.
Okay.
So just having that raw vocal, you can't just give it to people and say, hey, this is the product.
Yeah.
You have to mix and master it. Just like a photo, you have to edit it. You got to make sure everything looks clean.
Interesting.
So it's similar.
So you just can't take that, record something on your phone and send it out to some companies saying, can you sign me?
Not
correct. Okay.
That won't work. They won't take you serious.
Okay. Wow. What an interesting process. And I know also you guys have won a lot of awards. You want to just kind of mention a couple of those awards?
We've won a few, well, I say accomplishments, I would say.
Sure.
And they come in plaque forms. So the biggest award I have is an artist out of Germany. His name is Sierra Kid, and he's a dope artist as well.
Okay.
I have a Spotify award with him that has 100 million streams.
100 million?
Yeah, he has a huge audience in Germany.
Oh my God! Well, that's global right there. Okay. All right.
And yeah, his album it charted number 5 on the billboards that we did. And the last one, actually, I just got word that it went number 1. So that would be another Billboard plaque that'll be coming.
Yeah. Oh wow! Congratulations on that. And of course, I know I can't wait until we take this tour. So all of our viewers will be able to take a look at some of those. That's really nice. Wow. Okay.
Definitely. Oh, and I do have one of my partners. He has a few awards as well. He goes by Kid Class. He's a producer.
Okay. Yeah.
And you probably heard the song, if you're into gospel, by Corinne Hawthorne.
Yes.
And Won't He Do It? He actually produced that.
Oh, that's one of my favorite songs. I am a Corinne Hawthorne fan. I love gospel music. So, wow.
So he has a plaque with her as well.
Well, won't he do it?
Won't he do it?
Yes, he will. Wow, how exciting. Oh, gosh, this is just really, really exciting. Let me ask you this question. So for those listeners and viewers that are saying, wow, this is somewhere I think I want to go record. I can sing, I just need to prove it. And so I need to get into the studio. I need to make sure that I can have my music mixed and mastered. And so what do they need to do? What can you tell us about an experience? What would their experience be? And I know that you work with clients that are locally that come into the studio. Well, some of them travel to come into the studio. And I know that you work with some globally. But for those that are wanting to come into the studio, what can they expect when they come in? Some of those people who are viewing, they may not have recorded before. So I know they probably need to do some pre-work, or do you guys have a session with them in advance to kind of give them some coaching to let them know what's going to occur or what they need to expect? Or so somebody just brand new, they may be listening saying, listen, I've been wanting to do this all my life and I've got to go make an appointment, but what do I need to do first, and what do I need to know even?
Well, for a brand new artist, I would say, well, with anything, practice. So make sure you have a beat first, because you need something to put your vocals on top of. And make sure your lyrics are all almost memorized, really, because it always sounds better if you're rapping or singing and you're just coming from here versus reading. So you can feel it better, and that'll translate into the mic, and then the listeners will feel it as well. So, but for new artists, I would definitely say be prepared before your session with your lyrics, your beat. If you don't have a beat, we have producers that can make beats also, and actually come to the session and make a beat on the spot. And I would say, well, it depends if they're a singer. We do have vocal coaches. We have vocal producers as well. And I actually do a little vocal production as well, so I help arrange songs and stuff like that. And we have our team of engineers that actually are very quick and efficient, and the quality is amazing as well. So when you come in here, you expect nothing but the best.
Yes, wow. So it sounds as though it's pretty much a one-stop shop. Wow. So in other words, whether you're new or whether you are an artist with experience, you will still receive the same type of quality service.
Correct.
That's wonderful. Oh, wow. Okay. So let me ask you this question. I'm sure a lot of people are wanting to know this as well. What are some of your future goals? Say, I don't know, maybe 2 to 5 years. I know you guys have, formed and you're doing well, but what would you like to see in 2 to 5 years?
Well, 2 to 5 years, I would say I want to get more into working with artists exclusively. So having a few artists that I work with exclusively, and actually getting behind those artists and funding their journey. And also getting into the film side, so being behind the scenes and doing, well, I'll say executive producing albums for film, for movies, or a soundtrack for a series, or things like that in that nature.
Wow. And of course, again, Atlanta is certainly the hub. They call it the little new Hollywood for film as well. So with the entertainment between the music and film, it sounds like the sky is the limit, basically. Especially when you're providing quality service that you've actually described to us. So how exciting. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. So listen, I'm going to ask you, if you would, of course, the series mainly is about, of course, what's your dream? And I know I like to encourage. Part of my purpose and my dream is always to encourage others. So some people that are watching right now, or they may be listening via podcast, how would you encourage them right now to live their dream?
Well, I would say first step, just do it. Take steps towards your dream. If it's anything. If you're a songwriter, or you want to be an artist, or whatever you want to do, you want to be a videographer, or a painter, drawer, or anything. The first step is just do it.
Yeah.
So just start writing songs, start drawing, you have to start doing it. You have to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere. And just keep with it. If it's something that's a passion, and it actually makes you feel good while you're doing it, don't let anybody tell you to stop. As long as you love it and you enjoy doing it, stay consistent with it and stay on top of it every day if it's something you really, really love to do.
Yes. So it sounds like really just stay the course for however long it takes. Just keep at it, keep plowing, and stay the course.
Yep.
Well, wow. Thank you so much for that. Can you tell, I know we talked about what ProMix Global does. Can you tell them how can they contact you and you and your team?
They can contact me. Actually, a lot of artists. I have a lot of new artists contact me, or new clients. They contact me via Instagram, and the Instagram is @JP Engineering without the G at the end. So it's a little slang.
Okay.
Without the G at the end.
Okay.
IN.
Engineering. Okay.
And also they can contact me through email at promixglobal@gmail.com. And our studio phone is 678-682-4035. So they can contact me through there as well.
Okay, wonderful. Because I know that after this airs, you'll have a lot of contacts, but they probably better do it soon because you guys, I know you have to pretty much book in advance, right?
Yes.
You have an advance booking. Okay, well, it has been indeed a pleasure sitting down and catching up with you with ProMix Global. I am so excited about it. And listen, everyone, I want to thank you all so much for viewing this. Gosh, thanks again for tuning into the channel. And I'm going to remind you to subscribe. Every time we load a video, you'll be made aware. And listen, we have some other interviews coming up. And again, what's your dream? Again, I'm Miss Donna, and I'll see you soon.